Now we can create the elements placed at the entrance to the tower. To do this, we start with the door jambs that give us the shape and size of the room. Since we did not delete the cube from which we made the compartment, we can use this element to create the door jambs. The cube can be found within the drop-down menu called Openings. We select it, duplicate it and hide it, so we go and edit a new duplicate cube. We scale it along the x-axis and translate it again along the x-axis. For convenience, we hide the torus we previously created. At this point, we make cuts from which we are going to remove the faces. Next, we go into edit mode, select the face in x-axis view mode, click the Ctrl R combination and select the various that we will need to create the door openings. We set 8 and then do the same thing with the horizontal cut by setting a cut at the top. With command we select the middle faces and delete them with X faces. We do the same thing for the back faces of the cube. We also select the faces below that we do not need. Now we select the edges in front with Option and the edges behind with Shift Option and then right click Bridge Edge Loops. In this way we got the door jambs. Now it's time to create the actual door, and we always get help from the cube we duplicated earlier called entrance. We duplicate further with Shift D. In order not to get confused, we can rename the first duplicated cube with door jamb, while the second one we can name with door. We move both of them to furniture. We scale the door along the y-axis, the x-axis and the z-axis. In the latter case, we click G, Z keys to get the door to the height of the gems. Depending on our preferences, we can scale it further. To create the wooden door planks, we can create cuts in the shape. Let's go to edit mode, select one of the two faces and click Ctrl R. We get to 5 vertical cuts and select a face, so we create the inset face by clicking I. We can set this to 0.2, which is somewhere in between, and we do this for all the faces. We can do the same thing at the back of the door, and for convenience we hide everything else. By selecting the middle faces and turning off proportional editing at the top, with the combination G, Y and setting the value to minor 0.1, we can get splits representing the wooden planks of the door. We can do the same thing on the other side. For completeness, we can add the wooden planks that hold the door timbers together. we can create a cube and scale it, although. Let's move it in front of the door and continue scaling it until we get a first plank. Let's duplicate it and insert another one at the bottom of the door.